I got a new haircut. I don't know if you guys can notice, but I looked at the sharpest tool in the shed, let me tell you. Pretty freaking good, right? Yeah? I also won a tournament with Shinegreymon. A little bit of a big tournament, let's talk about it. On Sunday, I participated in the Trifinity Custom Win-A-Mat tournament held by Gordo Games, sponsored by Trifinity. I'm going to put the links to all the respective parties in the description below. Thanks to Gordo Games for inviting me to the tournament in the first place and playing. And I came first with Shinegreymon. Thanks to you. So, thanks. For real, this tournament was a chance to play with some fans, test out a really cool deck, leave a good impression. And I decided that Shinegreymon was the way to go because I just wanted a consistent, strong deck. I haven't played it in a while, but I fixed up the list considering red-yellow control and other matchups. So we're going to talk about the deck profile, we're going to talk about the matchups afterwards, and we'll call it a day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell into smashed potatoes. That way you know when all these amazing Digimon videos do come out. Let's talk about the deck. As usual, we'll start with our babies. We're playing 4 Upamon. When attacking once per turn, draw a card if you have 3 or fewer security cards. We play 4 of this, and we play 1 Cupimon, which is when attacking, draw a card if you have 5 security or more. We play 4 of this one because it's much more likely to have 3 or less than it is to have 5. Also, if they see a bunch of these flying around, they'll be less likely to actually attack you and leave you a 4 security or something, which you're fine. It doesn't matter. We play 12 level 4s, starting with the 4 Patamon, the one that says it gets a memory if you delete something by dropping it to 0 once per turn. Really good card. Lets you choke your opponent at 1 or something if you need to. Also lets you play the turn a little bit more if you need to. So really fun. We're going with 3 Salamon. I went a little heavier on this than I wanted to, but it was for good reason. Rookie Rush can be really aggressive, and Imperial Ultramon can be really aggressive. And this just gives you the option to recover against them. Against red-yellow control and the mirror match, this also gives you an option to kind of grind out the game a little bit in comparison to the opponent. Most people play 1 or 2 of these or none, but I think 3 is the right number. I just want to see it. Also, if you have 3 security and you're attacking with that and you have an Upamon underneath it, it's literally the dream combo. You'll attack, you'll draw a card, it'll probably die, and then you gain a security. A really good card. We play 3 Lotmon. On play, look at the top card of security. If you do want to add it to your hand, you can do so, and you draw a card. So potential pot of greed for you, that can put you to 3 security, triggering your Upamons. So that's really good. Final 2 cards are 2 Agumon. This says, if you have 3 or more yellow tamers in play, draw a card when attacking. I opted for this over Patamon because I wanted to draw cards. I opted this over the Labramon because I wanted a different kind of draw. I didn't want to rely solely on deleting things by dropping their memory to 0, or dropping their DP to 0. This is a lot different in the sense that you can attack, you can trigger it whenever you want if you need to. It's just different. You can draw 2 cards if you have this and an Upamon potentially. So I do really like that. It gives some additional draw power against mirror match, control, which again, the matchups this was intended for. Just to help grind those out a little bit better. But yeah, 12 rookies. We'll talk about in a bit why this is fine. It's a little low, but it's fine. 12 level 4s, we're playing 4 Turimon. It's the 1 cost to evolve. We're playing 4 blocker, because it's a blocker. We're playing 2 Upamon, mainly because it's a champion that costs 3 to play. Lets you skip an evolution stage. It's kind of like a rookie. It's like we're playing 14 rookies. And we're playing 2 Ankylomon. I was not playing this last time. I opted to play this specifically for Rookie Rush, Blue Imperial, the Mirror Match, and Red-Yellow Control. Again, against those aggressive matchups, just being able to play this for free because they're going to attack you is really good. Sometimes they don't expect it, they don't calculate it. And against Red-Yellow Control, you know, they're going to chip away at you. Unless they try to deck you out, that's the only way they're going to win. If they chip away at you and you suddenly have this on the board, well, now they have an additional threat to deal with. That's an additional security that they're going to lose, that they didn't calculate for in return. So it's a really good card in my opinion. I almost wanted to play more of it, but, you know, 2 is fine. I saw it often enough. I think every time I saw it in security, it was just a really good feeling because it's just extra pressure. It's great. That's it for our champions. Moving to our ultimates, we play 8 of them, starting with 4 Shinegreymon. When Digivolving, play a tamer from your hand for free. Don't trigger the on-play. Doesn't matter. The tamer for free is really good. The inheritable is even better. 3 or more yellow tamers in play when attacking, security +1. You know, slapping that on a Shinegreymon is devastating, so this card is a mandatory 4 of. 3 Sirenmon, because sometimes you don't open rookies, and sometimes just dropping a Sirenmon is good. You'll have your turns where you have 5 more memory to work with, and then you can just drop a Sirenmon and evolve into level 6 right away. Really good card. Finally, 1 Angelomon. Because of the additional recovery it gives us, I wanted an additional source of recovery that was not Salamon, and it came in handy. It sucks when you draw it in the opening hand, sure, but if I can hold on to it for a long time and then get the value out of it, it's really good. I don't want more than 1. 1 is fine, but yeah, that's it. That's our level 5s. For level 6s, we're playing for the big boss, Shinegreymon. When Digivolving, suspend all your tamers, deal 4,000 points of damage to something on your opponent's board for every tamer you suspend. It can board wipe, it's really good. Also on your turn, gets 1,000 for each of your yellow tamers. So that can get pretty nasty with a Shinegreymon, right? Just attacking for all that extra security. What's super important to know about Shinegreymon is because it's so powerful, you don't just want to blow him all over the place. You really want to keep him controlled, and then when you get big enough, you slap your opponent in the face with it. That's how you should do things with Shinegreymon. If I was playing against a deck that has an Omnimon potentially in it, I never attacked unless I had 5 tamers in play. That way it'd be 16,000, it won't die to anything. The only thing it'll die to if in the on matchup is Gaia Force, you know, and sometimes you run into a Cocytus Breath, whatever. You know, that happens, but being able to attack over any Digimon is very important. So do be careful with your Shinegreymons. Don't just swing because you can swing. Take your time, relax, you're controlling the opponent. No spicy Mastamon text this time, just straight /Angemon. 2 of them because deck space is really tight, and when Digivolving, -8,000 is something, it kills things. It kills level 5s, it's what its job is, does it really well. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Tamers. 4 TK. When you play it, look at your security, pick a card. If it's yellow, add it to your hand, recover 1. And it's your go to 3 as a start of your turn memory tamer. What's incredibly important about this tamer, and I don't think a lot of people might realize it, is that it allows you to play with your security as an extra hand of sorts. You can toolbox it. I know that there are people out there that play TK and they're like, oh cool, just grab a card they need right now. And that's it. And they leave everything there, they forget all about it. And that's not the right way to do it. You need to memorize what's in your security. And sure, sometimes if you need to advance your game states, you take what you need to advance your game state. But sometimes it's just super valuable thinking a few turns ahead and grabbing something with TK that'll help you a few turns from now and not just necessarily right now. So that's what you got to keep in mind with TK. It's very important that you don't just think about the short term with this deck. It's a control deck. You have to think about the long game. Next, we play 3 Kari. Start your turn. If you have 3 of your security, gain a memory. Again, the opponent sees this. They're not going to attack you past 4 if they know what they're doing, or you know, if they can control it. And you have Lopmon to help you get to 3. So this is pretty live more often than you think. And 3 is fine. There were times I wish I had a 4th, sure, but it didn't really matter. Yeah, that's what it is. Finally, 3 of this TK, the give your security Digimon plus 2,000 DP. This is my least favorite tamer because it's kind of irrelevant. You know, with Rookie Rush and Jamming and Imperial Dramon and Control, they don't really care if their things die in the security, not usually. So it kind of becomes irrelevant to a certain point. Also, they just won't attack you because they don't want you to get it through memory. And then by the time they attack you, you know, maybe they have lethal, you never know. So I'm not a big fan of the card, but it's cheap. It's 2 to play, which is why it's good in my opinion. And this does come up. Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. That's it for Tamers, only 10. Last 2 cards. 2 Glorious Bursts. Now, I'm going to preface this immediately, and I'm going to tell you, I hate this card. I do not like this card one bit. I don't like it because of this empty box right here. Sometimes you see it in your security, and you feel like you need to grab it with TK, because, you know, if you don't grab it, you might lose it. It sucks. It's like just your opponent hitting a rookie, only worse, because this could actually do something for you, killing a big threat. But it is good. Minus 12,000 to something, gets cheaper as you have less, as more tamers on the field. It is a good card. I personally don't like it, but I did get value out of it all weekend long. You know, killing things, killing Imperial Dramons, killing Mastamons. Yeah, it's a good card. I don't like it. It's not for me. I wouldn't play more than 2 in this kind of deck, but it did come in handy. I will acknowledge it. It's a good card. It was there mainly for mirror match, but it does kill everything 12k and under. So, good card all around. Alright guys, that's Shinegreymon. Fun deck, everyone knows it, everyone loves it. Let's talk about the matchups and how we did. So I went undefeated, winning all my rounds 2-0, all my fun games after that 2-0 as well, except for one match where we had a draw, because I won game 1, game 2 went to time, and I decked out, because I'm a scrub, because I'm terrible at this game. Played a lot of Mastamon, played a lot of Rookie Rush, played Blue Imperial, and I think after the tournament I played Ragnarlordmon, and before the tournament I played against Purple. The deck has a pretty good sample size, and in my test games it is undefeated as well. So this deck, Shinegreymon here, hasn't lost a match. That's kind of cool. What do you guys think about this deck? Do you think it's spicy? Do you think it's boring? Do you think you want to do anything else to it? Let me know in the comments. I like to read this stuff. I like to get to know you guys better. Let me see your thoughts, because you'll be typing them, and I can see them, I can't hear them. Sometimes I say, let me hear your thoughts, and that's actually not possible unless I read them out loud or something. Anyway, I'm done, so we'll see you guys later. Take care.